So, Phil, what do we mean by granularity?
So this is really about going down to the attribute level of your turnover line. So down to the product level, down to the branch level, and as I mentioned previously, down to the delivery type. So whether it's going to a central depot or whether it's going to a branch. We can really work on any attribute of the turnover line from which you want to agree a deal. And so some of the more exotic examples we've seen is customer accounts, whether you're a buying group or whether your customers are potentially multiple entities within a larger umbrella organisation. You may, for example, have other agreements with some of those organisations, but you still want an agreement with the umbrella organisations, and so you need to make sure that you're not paying potentially twice across multiple deals. And so you can say these customer accounts as part of this deal are eligible, and these ones aren't, for example. The other thing we see is promotions as well, so promotions that are applied at the point of sale. So 3 for 2 offers, for example. We see lots of our customers want to support those deals when they're in the retailer, and so if that promotion can be flagged at the point of sale, we can actually track that as part of the data coming in and create deals based on these promotions.
So, Phil, then what are the problems of having non-granular data?
So some of our clients just don't have access to the data. So that if they're reliant on their suppliers getting the data or their trading partners to supply that data, it's stuck at a level that they're not familiar with, or it's just not granular and they can't agree the deals that they want to see. Some clients actually do have the data, but it's locked in an ERP system. We see lots of clients that don't have confidence in their purchases data for whatever reason, and so they continue to rely on their supplier data. And the issue with that is you get very minor variances in how you would calculate rebate. And this can be a couple of pounds or a couple of dollars on each transaction, but this suddenly kind of grows to quite a large variance over time. And at the end of the deal, where you're potentially settling things up, you can come up to large variances where you've calculated the deal entirely differently, and you need to reconcile this somehow. You need to agree with your trading partner exactly what's going to happen. And that can affect your relationship with your trading partner. And we see rebates as a way of really cooperating more closely with the businesses that you trade with, and we don't want to see too much competition.
Absolutely. How can granularity help maximise those deals and improve those supplier relationships you just mentioned?
So first off, it's just a better way of calculating rebate. Using the most granular data you can find, you're going to get better accuracy in those rebate calculations. We've worked with clients that have just switched to using granular data, and they've found additional revenue in their existing deal structure. So they haven't renegotiated those deals, they haven't used any of the more complex deal types that I've mentioned earlier, but they've actually, just by going back to the proper data source, they've actually found lost revenue in those deals and be able to get some more cash into the business. It's also about just knowing the true cost of a product, and so a lot of our clients' competitive advantage is actually found within that rebate, and without knowing the true cost of that, you don't know how much you can discount that at the point of sale to win the business. You've just got no visibility to be able to do that while still retaining some margin, and so we see some of our customers add additional costs on when they pass it down to the branch level to insulate from that, where really they should be able to know the true cost of the product using the data. And I guess it's also about up-to-date reporting. So if you're not aggregating month by month, you can get to-the-minute reporting on how you are through your deals, whether you're going to hit certain targets, especially nearing deal end. What purchasing decisions can you make to ensure a better rate of return? Are you going to hit those targets? What do you need to spend? And potentially what are you missing out on if you don't make those decisions?
Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of benefits to having granular data. How would different areas of the business use granular data to help with their business strategy?
So I guess a lot of our clients like to reward branches for making better purchasing decisions. And so breaking that down by branch level is really crucial to them. They want to incentivize branch managers to make better purchasing decisions, to get deals that come through on the central depot, and just for products that have the best rebate and the best potential rebate if those targets are hit. So being able to break it down by branch level surfaces that information and gives those branch managers the information they need to make those better purchasing decisions. It's about accruing for rebate as well. And so if you know exactly where you are in the rebate deal, you can accrue more accurately. And so you're not going to get so many peaks and troughs. It's going to be nicely smooth throughout the year, and you won't have large amounts of cash to reconcile at the end of the reporting period as well.